the 20th of October, the year 2025. Good evening and happy Mashujaa Day. I hope that you did wish your very best person Mashujaa Day for being a very profound person in your life. And here at KUTV, we celebrate you as our Mashujaa. Now, without much ado, let's get right into it. Yes, and today I'm standing in, or rather sitting because I'm seated, in for Sylvia Anyango. She'll be here next time. Naomi Ombo is joining us for the sign language interpretation. But you remember that you can also get this broadcast on our socials. On YouTube, it's KUTV News Kenya. On X, it's KUTV_Kenya. Welcome. President William Ruto, during Mashujaa Day celebrations at Ithokwe Stadium in Kitui County, affirmed his government's commitment to fast-tracking national development. He emphasized the implementation of inclusive and transformative projects aimed at propelling Kenya's progress, with the ultimate goal of transforming the nation from a third world to a first world country.
President William Ruto today, while addressing Kenyan during Mashujaa Day celebration at Ithokwe Stadium in Kitui County, the head of the state lauded the people of Kompany by showing up in a large number, calling on them to stick with the government till 2027. Ruto has stated that today's celebration were not only about honoring heroes, but also about building on their legacy by fostering self-reliance and economic growth.
On this Mashujaa Day, in recognition of his extraordinary contribution and enduring legacy, the government and the people of Kenya inscribe Raila Odinga's name among the foremost of our heroes under the public seal of the Republic of Kenya. On behalf of a grateful nation and through the authority vested in me as president, I have today posthumously conferred upon the Right Honorable Raila Odinga the highest honor of the Republic, the Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya.
However, Ruto also outlined 4 pillars to guide Kenya's future: food security, industrialization, infrastructure development, and energy expansion, all aimed at boosting productive and creating jobs.
And collective history. First, teach our history in our...
Ruto emphasized that food security remains central to Kenya progress, noting that the country spent over $500 billion annually on food import. He announced plans to construct 50 mega dam and bring 2 million acres under irrigation in the next decade to ensure sustainable agricultural production.
I have held discussions with majority of members of parliament, and they are here. I have consulted with many governors and grassroots leaders from every corner of the nation. And I will continue to engage because Kenya's progress must never be a partisan pursuit. It is a national inclusive mission. Through these deliberations, I have arrived at a clear conclusion that although we have made commendable progress in stabilizing the nation over the last 3 years, the time has come to take the country to the next level.
President William Ruto has described development as a shared nation mission beyond politics, urging all Kenyans to unite for the common good. In honoring the late Raila Odinga, Ruto lauded him as a patriotic leader whose vision for a united and prosperous Kenya continued to inspire national leadership and progress.
Kithure is a livestock value chain.
Rael Makona, KUTV.
Thank you, Rael, for that. Now, Senegal President Diomaye Faye, who was the guest of honor at the Mashujaa Day celebrations that were held in Kitui County, emphasized on the importance of Africa continuing to honor its heroes, calling for the inclusion of African heroes in school academic curricula. President Faye also delivered official condolence from the nation of Senegal, joining Kenyans in mourning the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. On her part, Mozambique's Prime Minister Maria Vinda Levy, who was also a guest of honor at the event, urged Kenyans to use Mashujaa Day as an opportunity to reflect on the nation's journey and its core values.
Instead, throughout Africa, days dedicated to our heroes, like the one we are celebrating today. This is what will sustain the memory of our heroes. Just as sustainable energy solution, the theme of this year's celebration will help transform our lives. With the mastery of energy and sufficiency production capacity, Africa shall build the foundation of her development, the engine for her economic transformation, and foster technological and social innovation. Long live to memory of Kenyan heroes.
And senior national leaders have urged Kenyans to honor the sacrifices of the heroes by applauding peace, unity, and dedication. Mashujaa Day celebrations attended by President William Ruto, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, Kitui Governor Dr. Julius Malombe, and citizens from across the country highlighted the importance of national cohesion and service. While addressing the citizens at the Heroes Day in Kitui County, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki stressed that Heroes Day is a day to reflect on Kenya's long history and the dedication of those who fought for the freedom and the rights of the citizens.
We gather here today on this Mashujaa Heroes Day to remember, reflect, and consider where our country has come from. Your Excellency, sir, as you continue to lead us in this reflection, we continue to remember the many people who have sacrificed their time, their lives, and their comfort for our freedom.
He also added that it is nation's time to building stronger foundations for economic development and ensure the well-being of every Kenyan.
What remains is now to strengthen the foundations of our country, perfect the economic well-being of the people of our country, and as you lead us, Your Excellency, the future of Kenya looks certainly good because of the labor that those who came before us have put, and because of the labor that you continue to put, Your Excellency, and putting us together, even as we take the vision of our forefathers forward.
His speech stressed the importance of national unity, work discipline, and respect for all the heroes who contributed to achieving freedom and democracy in the country. On his part, Kitui Governor Dr. Julius Malombe encouraged the residents of Kitui to use this day as an opportunity to reflect on the development of the county and the contribution of the heroes of the area.
Excellency the President, the people of Kitui are grateful for the opportunity we have been accorded to host this year's Mashujaa Day at this magnificent 10,000-seater stadium recently constructed by your government in a record 4.5 months from June 2025 to October 2025. Your Excellency, I recall vividly when I requested you to consider hosting one of the national days that are celebrated outside the capital city in Kitui County, either in 2025 or 2026. This was on 23rd February 2023 when you visited our county to launch the Level 4 Hospital at the Administration Police Border Patrol Unit Headquarters at Kanyonyo. And Excellency, here we are in 2025 celebrating Mashujaa Day in Kitui. This is indicative of your responsiveness as a national leader who is committed to inclusive service delivery and development in all parts of our country. Your Excellency, we are deeply honored that you granted our request. Asante sana. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Mashujaa Day is a special occasion set aside under our Constitution to honor Kenyans who have sacrificed and exhibited courage and selflessness in the service of our nation. Today, as we celebrate Kenyan heroes and heroines, we wish to particularly salute those Kenyans such as Mekatilili Wamenza and Koitalel Arap Samoei, who firmly resisted colonialists. We also honor the Kenyan heroes who gallantly fought for the independence of our country, such as Dedan Kimathi and the Kapend Kuria Sikh.
This year's celebration carried the theme of transforming lives through sustainable energy solutions as a drive for economic growth and social progress, especially to enhance clean energy and youth innovation. Kenyans did turn up in large numbers at the Ithokwe Stadium in Kitui County for the Mashujaa Day celebrations. And as it is the norm, this was not an exception, from the decorations to the preparations. And starting from the military displays, the traditional songs and historic plays, and today was no different, as our very own Rajab Juma has the details.
Kikundi cha tatu, jeshi letu la nchi kavu.
The Ithokwe Stadium in Kitui County was the stage for national pride as Kenya celebrated its annual Mashujaa Day. Thousands gathered to witness the dignified spectacle that honored the nation's heroes, both historical and contemporary. Here, soldiers showcased their prowess in their anti-terrorism operations. Fighter and transport aircraft of the Air Force flew swiftly overhead, signifying the nation's security capability and its unwavering commitment to defense. Cultural dance groups took the stage with an attractive costumes and coordinated movements signifying the nation's rich cultural heritage. Traditional music artists demonstrated their mastery of the art. Hundreds of students dressed in patriotic colors sang choir and recited poems entertaining the crowd. The students recited a poem in memory of the late Raila Odinga. Songs in remembrance of the hero, the late Baba Raila Odinga, dominated the air. The Ithokwe Stadium has witnessed fascinating creativity from these school-going children, depicting the sun and solar energy by arranging their bodies. In line with the Mashujaa Day theme, transforming lives through sustainable energy, these young ones wrote the word Shujaa Raila, joining the nation in continuing to mourn the late Raila Odinga. Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Moving on, President William Ruto has posthumously awarded the late Raila Odinga, Kenya's former Prime Minister, with the country's highest civilian honor during Mashujaa Day celebrations held in Kitui. A total of 184 Kenyans were recognized for their outstanding contributions in various sectors. Among those honored were artists Juakali Clemo and the late Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Journalist Mwanahamisi Hamadi also received an award, while Harambee Stars players Abud Omar, Brian Omondi, Alpha Onyango and Ryan Ogam were celebrated as national heroes. And we are taking a breather, but we'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuwini. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians.
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
Welcome back, and let's keep on informing you. The Mashujaa Day celebrations at Ithokwe grounds in Kitui were marked as a time for remembrance, celebration and renewal of spirit in honor of the nation's heroes. President William Ruto, while attending the event, paid great tribute to the late Raila Odinga, describing him as a transformational leader and a true patriot of Kenya and the entire African continent. The day served to honor Odinga's lasting legacy and the contributions.
President William Ruto, while attending the Mashujaa Day celebrations at Ithokwe grounds in Kitui, said the day is one of remembrance, celebration, and renewal of spirit in honor of the heroes of our nation. He paid great tribute to the late Raila Odinga, describing him as a transformational leader and a true patriot of Kenya and the African continent at large.
Baba envisioned and fought for a nation where, in the immortal words of our national anthem, justice is everyone's shield and defender, where we all dwell in unity, peace, and liberty, and a Kenya that has plenty within its borders.
President also emphasized that in honoring the late Raila Odinga, we learn from his life journey, drawing lessons in enduring courage, dedication to public service, and genuine love for our country. He posthumously conferred upon Raila the rank of the Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya, the nation's highest civilian honor, noting that a key lesson from Raila's legacy is to put the nation's interest above personal gain.
On behalf of a grateful nation, and through the authority vested in me as president, I have today posthumously conferred upon the Right Honorable Raila Odinga the highest honor of the Republic, the Chief of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya.
President Ruto also recalled an event earlier this year when Raila was invited to speak at a cabinet retreat held outside government offices, where he reiterated that Kenya is a nation of peace, political stability and security. He reminded us that great ambitions and dreams without political stability remain just wishes and attainable hopes.
He tirelessly reminded leaders and citizens alike that our overarching identity is not defined by tribe, region, or creed, but by the sacred bond of being Kenyan. He often urged us to think Kenya first, to let the idea of one nation under one flag rise above all else, and he lived by that creed.
The president urged Kenyans to carry forward Raila Odinga's legacy, to stand firm on democratic values and to commit genuine national development, emphasizing that unity and peace are the compass that will guide us towards realizing the dream of a just, free and an opportunity-filled nation for all. Glory Kadure, KUTV, Nairobi.
Meanwhile, the government will guarantee transparency in future recruitment process for the Kenya Defence Forces. Thus, young people have been encouraged to apply. Speaking to the people of Mwea at Ruri Primary School in Mwea West, Kirinyaga County during the festivities of Mashujaa Day, Kirinyaga County Commissioner Hussein Alasso urged the young people in attendance to show up in force, since only the victorious ones would be picked. He said that 157 young people were incorporated into the government's affordable housing project as a consequence of the country's recent interviews for unemployed university graduates with expertise in construction-related industries.
Nimesikia kijana huyu wa kijana youth ameongea, amesema jeshi kiandikwa ama polisi wakiandikwa vijana jitokeze, si ndio? Vijana jitokeze wajaribu bahati yao. Serikali inaangalia sana, serikali itahakikisha kwamba hakuna ufisadi katika recruitment. Serikali itahakikisha kwamba recruitment is done in a transparent manner. Wale ambao wamehitimu, wale ambao wamequalify ndio watafanya nini? Watachukuliwa. Kwa hivyo vijana wajitokeze, na juzi hapa nimeweza kufanya wiki iliyopita interview ya vijana 157 wale ambao serikali, vijana wale ambao wamefanya kazi ya ujenzi, wale wanasoma university na wana kazi. Serikali imewachukua karibu 150 of them na wamekuwa attached, watakuwa attached kwa hizo affordable housing ambazo zinajengwa. Imefanya interviews na watapewa kazi.
In other news, Dr. Kalua Green, an environmentalist, is now advising Kenyans to plant trees in Raila Odinga's honor during the days that have been set aside for his grieving. Dr. Kalua commended Raila's conservation endeavors, recalling his efforts to save the Mau forest, further stating that Kenya had lost a devoted leader who genuinely cared for the environment and a true son of the soil. To honor the 80 years that Raila lived on earth, Dr. Kalua joined the attendees at the Sitam Apive Church in planting 80 trees.
Today, I call upon Kenyans, I call upon those who are here, that we also honor Raila Odinga by planting 80 trees, even as we plant trees of our own and one that we can always remember. Finally, every tree grows to become a legacy that every one of us must be able to participate in. I pray that we show by leadership what we need to do. This is a sad day for Kenya indeed, a day that we must all gather ourselves together and check what has helped us to reach where we are. For Raila, it's not about the 5 times that he fought for the elections. It's not just about many other things that we have all talked about. It is also about the zeal to protect the environment, the choice to lose elections and pick the environment. He fought for Mau. He set up what was best that is still remembered today that later became Kenya Water Towers Agency. He did quite a lot. And on matters of environment, I really honor him. And I believe it is an opportunity because he honored us. He chose to lose the votes against the issue of environmental conservation.
In sports, the Africa Zone 3 Swimming Championship came to a successful close after 4 days of intense competition, with athletes from 10 countries showcasing their talent and proudly representing their nations. Kenyan's Don Dirangu delivered an exceptional performance, winning multiple gold medals. Dirangu clinched gold in the 50 butterfly, beating teammate Abdul Kadir and Uganda's Elijah Ayesiga. Dirangu also won the 100-meter freestyle, further asserting his dominance in the pool. Team Kenya's assistant coach Mansour Abadala of Bandari Swimming Club has expressed his joy over the team's performance, highlighting the unity, effort and determination shown by the swimmers.
Thank you guys for coming. I would want to appreciate everybody who has been here with us. The last 4 days has been fantastic. We appreciate our countries that have made time to come to us. We had 2 teams for Kenya, that is the Team Kenya and the Team Kenya B. They have done a fantastic job. These kids are the future.
Hello, my name is Don. I'm here representing Team Kenya for Ghana Zone 3 Championships. And also, it was an honor being part of the Kenya national team for such a wonderful event and organization.
And as I said earlier, you are our Shujaa, and I repeat, you are our Shujaa. Forever we will celebrate you. That is all we had for you tonight here at KUTV Primetime News at 9. Naomi Ombui has been our sign language interpreter. My name is Ochieng Cynthia. To the entire crew that helped in ensuring the success of this bulletin, we say thank you. Do have a good night.
Lord.